Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us here on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to again remind us of the congratulations of passing the 500 episode marker. And as a celebration of that, I've opened up the Patreon community for free membership so that people can join our Zoom calls for free. There are a lot of people struggling out there. There's a lot going on. So I thought this could be a way to provide some help and, to give some thanks for all the support that I've received so far. You can also choose if you'd like to be a paid Patreon member, and that will help me to subsidize some of the costs and expenses that I have for this project. I'm still running this out of my own pocket, so it's about $2,000 to $5,000 a year that it costs me to produce this actually. So I'm not really making money from this. It's something that I'm doing for myself and hopefully to be able to help others. And so I'm coming from a genuine place here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you can also find the Reparenting Daily Journal. You can purchase that on Amazon. It's another way to support the podcast. It's under $20. And it basically allows you to follow along with all of the monthly and weekly themes. It gives you space to keep your notes. And yeah, if you join the team or the Zoom calls, it might be a great way for us to all stay aligned and be working together. The last thing I'd like to give you a head up on is the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily series. As I mentioned earlier, I've had some editing issues with that because in the springtime, the end of spring, I did some reworking to structure those into certain themes. So like the beginning, middle, and end of the hero's journey. And in the midst of reorganizing and restructuring the stories and also upgrading the artwork, some of the text is a bit mixed and jumbled all over the place. Sorry about that. When I was in the editing phase for the first time, they did not send the proofread copies to the Netherlands, and so I had to work, around and trying to find a way to get the copy to edit, and it's just been a mess. So basically, that's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to aim to have that done by the end of the year, but I have burned my eyes, so I am very limited. Excuse me, with what I can do and time I spent on the computer. And so I would have had that done much earlier. I would have liked to have that already done, but here we are. And so in any case, once that's available, again, I'll give you a heads up, but please do hold off on purchasing the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily for now. Or Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, not the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily. That's it today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Hey guys, today we're going to be listening to a portion of a lecture by Brian Withers, the positive thinking and empowerment coach. Just as a reminder, we are in October, and the theme for this month is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We are in week 4, which is October 22nd until the 31st, and the theme for this week is building mental toughness. Now, I'm sharing this portion of a lecture, so you can click on the link in the show notes to listen to the entire video. He makes videos every day, as I've shared one of his videos before. And this video is called "You're Such an Amazing, Powerful Creator." So in terms of developing resilience and overcoming challenges and building mental toughness comes when you remember who you are, when you remember your power and your authority. So just as a reminder, I will not have any review session today, and we'll just go directly to the meditation, but I encourage you to reflect on this and actually to click on his video and listen to the video in its entirety. Again, he makes videos every day, and they train you how to think positively and maintain a positive focus. So without further ado, here's Brian Withers.
You are such an amazing, powerful creator. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, if you want to live your natural high vibration life, you really have to know who you are, the wholeness of who you are. And when we know that, then of course we know how life works, and we're offering a steady high vibration energy to the law of attraction. And our life on planet Earth is very satisfying in all the ways that we want, because we're aware of contrast and expansion and the path to the receiving. And our vibration allows us to do the receiving in our daily life, and we are understanding everything as a mirror to our vibration. See, we're completely living in that high vibration zone. And it's really very interesting that in the lack of understanding how life really works for a very long time, what happens so often is we don't get that full understanding of who we are. And I found with working with people across the planet that there's a pretty common theme. And what gives people relief pretty quickly is just knowing you're okay as you are. You don't have to pump yourself up. You don't have to be different than you are. You don't have to do things to win any kind of approval. You don't have to be more. You don't have to prove yourself. You can have all of your dreams for sure, and you don't got to jump through hoops to get them. You don't got to do anything different to get them. You just got to be who you are. And the receiving of the things that you want is set up to be very easy and joyous. So when people know that, when you know that, then it just takes a great big weight off your shoulders, because the faulty beliefs that we grow up make us wonder if we're good enough, if we're doing it right. And we're not really sure if we can have what we want. And we're certainly not sure at all that it's going to be any kind of easy way. So just knowing that little bit of information about the way life really is can give a tremendous amount of relief. Especially not having to be different than you are. I mean, from growing up, we just really get a very skewed idea of who we are, and just the things that we hear and we see, they just don't allow us to stay connected with who we are. And so we spend a good bit of our life to, try to do things that make us look valuable or attractive or, worthy, in demand, whatever, all those things, not realizing inherently that we have gifts and talents, and we have unique and inherent ways that we want to express them, and we have very unique qualities about ourselves. And just by that alone, you can see that you're a very valuable and important being, and you're in big demand, as it is right coming into the planet as your natural self. You just don't have to be different than you are, because you are naturally hot stuff right out of the box. And that's something we really want to connect again with, so we're not comparing ourselves or competing or any of that stuff. We've got to realize that we are an amazing, powerful creator. We're just inherently valuable. This is the cornerstone, the foundation of a high vibration. So many people are trying to get their life to be in the ways that they want it to be, but you can't have your life in the way you want it to be when you don't feel worthy, when you don't feel good enough, when you're not sure of yourself. You don't have a strong self-image and self-respect and self-appreciation and self-value. If you don't have those things in order, you see you're lacking in your very own self. And a vibration of lack is a low vibration. And so, we're trying to get our life to work in certain ways, but we're really not feeling worthy of it. And it's so odd that we do things to thinking we got to make ourselves more attractive or more in demand or beat the competition or any of that kind of thing. We just got to get back to knowing our natural self and letting ourself be our natural self, because when we are, that's when we connect with others and we connect with experiences that match that. But when we're trying to be, we don't really believe in ourselves. We don't understand the value that we are, and we're trying to do things to be something, right, that's in demand or a value of some sort, then that's all low vibration stuff. And so we want to know the wholeness of who we are, and we want to know how the universe is all behind us. Everything is behind us. It's all set up to be working out for us in all the ways that we want. And we are an amazing, powerful creator in the wholeness of who we are. So our physical self and our inner being, right? That larger part of us, that non-physical part of us, because we're here on planet Earth to have experiences where the clarity comes of what we want. So that's the contrast and expansion. Our inner being takes care of the creating in the past setup. And then as we're choosing that in alignment, good feeling thought energy on all aspects of our day and life, then our energy is flowing in the same frequency of the things that we want, and they just flow into our life experience, you see. So we're the receiver. So again, we're the asker in our human form. Our inner being is the creator of everything, and then we are the receiver of all of that. So you can see everything is really set up to work out for us. And the part that's gone astray here is that we didn't learn to use our conscious thinking mind. We didn't understand who we were, how life works. And so a lot of our thoughts are very faulty in the absence of that knowledge and that knowing. So you can see the restoring of your true value, of who you really are, and feeling good about yourself, not beating yourself up or feeling like a failure or any of that nonsense. That's all complete nonsense, and we want to get past all that, because we are very much an amazing, powerful creator of our reality. That's what we came for. But again, just to put the emphasis on it, we came in pure positive energy along the way, picked up the faulty beliefs that told us all kinds of things that were not true about ourselves in life, and then working on the basis of trying to get our life as an adult to work on that basis of that stuff. And so then we do all kinds of things like, taking action to make it happen, forcing things to happen, getting education, thinking that's the way that's going to get us what we want, working hard in different ways that are stressful and low vibration, and then getting our hands on the money. What can we do to get our hands on the money? See, that's all, we do all these things from a low vibration, faulty beliefs about who we are and how life works. And so that's what we're working with, and that's what we got to get rid of, all of that faulty belief that tells us that's the way it is, because it's not that way at all. It's, as I said, We do the asking, it's automatic from our life experience. Our inner being sets it all up, and then we're the receiver through the vibration of our thought energy. And it's that easy. Life is really that easy and simple to live it in a very good, prosperous, abundant way, in the way that you want to live it. And again, we're each an amazing, amazing, powerful creator, and we can live it as soon as we learn to use our conscious thinking mind.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.